Hi, guys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Um, we are starting with a live stream, and hold on, this is weird. I am not able to see um, the chat box. Okay, it's popping up. Got it. Yes. All right. I see a lot of messages. Okay, that's great. Um, This is nice. I see a lot of messages already there, and I'll quickly get started. But before I do, guys, I want to wish all of you happy Deepavali. Um, all over the world, people who do and who even do not celebrate Deepavali, wishing you a very happy, prosperous new year coming post this Deepavali to you and your families. And if you guys have had a chance to check out, I'm not sure if yes or no, but we've done a video that I released about 3-4 hours back, which is about celebrating Deepavali through Sri Ram's birth chart. I'd recommend you guys to go ahead and check that out. It's an interesting video. I've tried to do um, something that hopefully that you guys would like. And without further ado, I would get started with the readings out here. Yes, I see Goldie, Arun Kumar Pathak, Abhishek, Avinav Mahadevan, Ragu Varan, wishing happy Deepavali to everybody. It's great to see, guys. Um, we are building a small community, and I see that people are beginning to celebrate the presence of each other. That's awesome. So I see the first question from Ambivert Avinash, and he says that please tell me in Hindi, I'm sending someone. Okay. Avinash, I would request you if you could bring that someone also into this channel, and let them also participate along with you. That would be great. Um, but I see you've given time of birth 23:55 LOB Nanded, date of birth 6th of November. Okay, 6th of November 2000. 3:55. Actually, the times have changed in US with the daylight savings. So I had to wake up way too early. I've had just 3 hours of sleep today. I'm coming back from the back of a Diwali gathering, and I had to actually excuse myself early. Yet I could not get enough sleep. So uh, if I sound a little less energetic, please pardon me, folks. But I have the first chart ready, and as I keep going to read the charts, I'll request you guys to please click on that like button. Do check out that Deepavali video of Sri Ram. That'll be awesome. Tanvi, happy Deepavali to you as well. I see more people logging in. So the first question is from Avinash, and he has requested to provide this reading in Hindi. So for this bit, I'm gonna speak in Hindi. Uh, अविनाश आपका क्वेश्चन है व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स you are going to get from wife. There are chances of getting a luxury car or not. So Avinash, a luxury car, uh, इज लाइक एन एसेट, एंड आप अपना एसेट अपने फोर्थ हाउस से देखते हैं. आप एक कैंसर एसेंडेंट हैं, और फोर्थ हाउस हैज सन एंड मर्करी फॉर यू, सूर्य और बुध, जिसमें आपका बुध जो है वो वक्रीय स्थिति में है, विच इज रेट्रोग्रेड, एंड सूर्य नॉर्मल सिचुएशन में है. बट बोथ ऑफ दीज प्लैनेट्स दे आर सिटिंग इन लीब्रा. आपके दोनों ही सूर्य और बुध, दोनों ही ग्रह लिब्रा राशि में बैठे हुए हैं. आई एम सॉरी, मुझे लिब्रा राशि नहीं पता, आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा. नंबर 7 हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं. लिब्रा राशि में बैठे हुए हैं. सूर्य यहाँ पर अपना दिग्बल खोता है, डायरेक्शनल स्ट्रेंथ इज लॉस्ट. पर क्योंकि बुध वक्रीय है, उसे उसके पिछले घर का भी रिजल्ट देने की काबिलियत है, एंड इट इज सेटिंग सेकेंड टू इट सेल्फ, यानी कि तीसरे घर से द्वितीय बैठा हुआ है, जहाँ पर वो व्हाट डू यू से, जहाँ पे वो एग्जॉल्टेड होता है. एंड सन ऑन द अदर हैंड डेबिलिटेटेड सिचुएशन में है, यानी कि नीच का है. एंड वो बैठा भी उस घर में है जो उसका एनिमी प्लेस है, वीनस के साइन में बैठा हुआ है. वहाँ पर वो कंफर्टेबल नहीं फील करता. इट्स नॉट अ गुड पोजिशन फॉर सन, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. बट हैविंग सेड दैट, हमें देखना होगा कि चौथे घर का मालिक यानी कि वीनस वो कहाँ है, और वो बैठा हुआ है उससे द्वितीय, यानी खुद से दूसरे स्थान, आपके पांचवें घर में. सो एंड मैं टेन सेवेंथ हाउस को भी देखना चाहूँगा. सेवेंथ हाउस का लॉर्ड सैटर्न है, जो रेट्रोग्रेड हो करके 11th हाउस में बैठा हुआ है, एंड वहाँ पर वो ऑफ कोर्स फ्रेंडली साइन ऑफ टॉरस में बैठा हुआ है, विच इज़ गुड थिंग. सो वन थिंग इज फॉर श्योर, जुपिटर भी आपका रेट्रोग्रेड है, सैटर्न के साथ में ही बैठा हुआ है, दैट यू विल बी एबल टू डू वेल इन योर करियर. आपने जिसके से कभी आपने चार्ट पूछा है, वो व्यक्ति अपने करियर में ठीक कर सकेगा. अ, धन कमाने के योग बहुत प्रबल है उस व्यक्ति के. अच्छा धन एकत्रित करेगा, सम्मिलित करेगा. एंड वो अपनी मेहनत से ही, लग्जरी कार हो या जो भी सुख साधन के, यू नो anything that relates to luxury, this person will be able to procure over a course of time with his own hard work. अपने हार्ड वर्क के थ्रू ही इसे accomplish कर सकेगा. So I hope that is understandable. And Mars is also sitting 11th to itself, which is not a bad thing. It's in the enemy sign, but it's sitting in the third house, which is a good placement. Uh, so yes, that is the reading for you. I hope that is helpful, Avinash. So having said that, we'll move on to the next question. EEA052 Rohit, I'm going to be doing your reading now, Rohit. 29/11/1980. 1980. Time is 16:25 p.m. Agartala. 16:25 p.m. आप लोग एक अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. आप लोग सही ऑर्डर में इंफॉर्मेशन देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, विच इज़ वेरी वेरी हेल्पफुल. थैंक्स अ लॉट गाइस. Rohit's question is, sir, how is my future looks like financially? Not in a very great phase right now. Got it, Rohit? So Rohit, you have your sun sitting in the seventh house and in a friendly sign of Mars, of Scorpio. You are a Taurus ascendant. You have Moon in the sign of Leo in the fourth house, and Moon is getting directional strength there, so that's a good placement. Jupiter and Saturn are in conjunction. They are in conjunction in the sign of Virgo in fifth house, both of them aspecting your 11th house, which is another good thing. At least in terms of aspect, Saturn is comfortable there, but Jupiter is sitting in the enemy sign. Rahu is sitting in the sign of Cancer in third house. Mercury and Venus sitting together in Libra in your sixth house. Mars in the eighth house in the sign of Sagittarius. It's okay in terms of the sign. And then Ketu sitting in your ninth house in the sign of Capricorn. So your question is that currently you're going through a tough financial phase. Well, currently you're going through Rahu Mahadasha. So it is possible that, yeah, and it's not one of the best. Yeah. So till 2025, uh, you know, because of Rahu, things will remain tough for you till first half of 2025. So it's a matter of a year and few months more. Things will look a little difficult from your chart perspective, but then things will improve. But more important thing is, I would want you to also see things from a transitory standpoint. And Rahu has come in your um, 11th house in the transit. So there will be small avenues that you will start seeing of improvement starting now itself, because in transit it has moved since 30th of October. And whatever ill effects were happening, they will give you a respite there. Um, and if I see your Saturn as well in the transitory position, it is sitting in your 10th house, which is not a bad situation for you to be in. So, here is my recommendation. While of course I've given you a broad view that things will get better for you from 2025 April onwards. But what you can do from a transitory period, you can check out my monthly videos for the sign of Taurus to see that how things are going to shape up in general for you. And you do have, you have Sun in the seventh house. I hope not too many arguments in the married life, but professionally you are going to do well, especially if you start something of your own. If you're in a job, then you will eventually lead the leadership position. Don't worry about it. And peace of mind is there for you. Don't worry. Overall peace of mind is there for you, and that would settle down over a period of time. So next 15-16 months are going to be slow. It's okay. Lean onto your transitory energies and try and leverage that for your benefit. I hope that gives you some hope. So that'll be for Rohit. uh, Guys, if you like the reading that you're getting, please smash that like button so that I keep getting a vibe that whosoever is listening to it, yes, I do see 7 likes coming in, and there are about many more people than that. So please click on that like as we speak. Next question is from Subin. Um, 25,895. Okay. And Subin, I think if I'm not wrong, you are the one who's been coming here regularly, and unfortunately, your reading was inaccurate because you provided the wrong data and you messaged me later that you made a mistake. I hope today you've provided the right information. So I'm entering it as 25/8/1995, 2303 for you in Jalandhar. And the question I see is stone for strong enemies and less hard work. Hindi, please. Okay. अ, मैं एक्चुअली में ना आपने देखा होगा मेरे वीडियोस में भी मैं स्टोन्स वगैरह पर ज़्यादा रिकमेंडेशंस नहीं देता हूँ. आई अवॉइड डूइंग दैट बिकॉज आई हैव आई हैव रेड अबाउट स्टोन्स. सॉरी, आपने हिंदी में रिक्वेस्ट करा है. मैंने नगों के बारे में पढ़ा है, बट मुझे कई जगहों पर कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी ओपिनियंस मिली हैं, यानी कि कोई एक बात बोल रहा है और कोई दूसरी बात बोल रहा है. एग्जाम्पल पुखराज. ठीक है, पुखराज को लेकर के भी देर आर डाउट्स. कि कब पुखराज हेल्पफुल होता है, कब नहीं हेल्पफुल होता है, और किस डेबिलिटेटेड सिचुएशन में पहनना चाहिए या नहीं पहनना चाहिए। इस वजह से मैं देख रहा हूँ आपके बहुत सारे प्लैनेट्स एनिमी सिचुएशन में बैठे हुए हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल वीनस, अगर आपको शत्रुहंता योग इस्टेब्लिश करना है तो राहु वैसे आपका सिक्स्थ हाउस में है, जो कि अच्छी पोजीशन है, और वो वीनस के घर में बैठा हुआ है, शुक्र के घर में बैठा हुआ है, विच इज़ अनदर गुड साइन। तो आप अपनी ऑपोजिशन से, अपने एनिमी से ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम डेफिनेटली जीत सकेंगे सुबिन। आपको थोड़ा पेशेंस रखने की ज़रूरत है, और आप सोच रहे हैं कि कोई पत्थर या नग उसका सोल्यूशन दे दे, तो मैं इसलिए नहीं देना चाहता। एंड आई एम सेइंग दिस इन लाइव वीडियो बिकॉज मैं डाउट में रहता हूँ कुछ स्टोन्स की इफेक्टिवनेस को लेकर के, एंड पर्सनली आई एम नॉट अ ह्यूज बिलीवर, राइट। सो मैं स्टोन्स की एनर्जी से ज़्यादा मंत्रों की एनर्जी में बिलीव करता हूँ। अम, मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि हमारे छोटे छोटे मेजर्स जो हम डे टू डे लाइफ में ले सकते हैं, उनसे हमारी प्रॉब्लम्स ज़्यादा सॉल्व होती हैं। या मन को शांत करने के लिए पहले मंत्रों की आवश्यकता है, और शायद वो मंत्र भी हमें वो एनर्जी देते हैं, वो वाइब देते हैं, जिसकी वजह से हम अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स को फेस कर सकें, ओवरकम कर सकें। सो सुबिन, योर क्वेश्चन इज पर्टेनिंग टू द ऑब्स्टिकल्स, जो मुश्किलें आपकी लाइफ में आ रही हैं उससे रिलेटेड है। तो मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि आपका राहु जो आपके छठे स्थान में बैठा है, ये काफ़ी अच्छी पोजीशन है राहु की अपने एनिमीज से जीतने के लिए। सो दैट्स अ वेरी गुड साइन, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट। सेकेंड थिंग इज दैट शायद आपका सूर्य का बल खो रहा है, इस वजह से आप परेशान हो रहे हैं, बट आप ना हुए। एंड ये जो पीरियड है ना, ये आपको अपने शत्रुओं से हार और इन सब की जो आपको स्ट्रेस फील हो रहा है, दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ योर सन बीइंग वीक। आपका सूर्य कमज़ोर है इस वजह से, जबकि वो अपने अपने स्थान में बैठा हुआ है, बट अपनी राशि में बैठा हुआ है, बट शायद आपको इस वजह से कुछ चैलेंजेस आ रहे हैं। इनफैक्ट आपकी सूर्य राहु की महादशा अंतर्दशा चल रही थी, अभी भी आपका सूर्य जुपिटर चल रहा है। आपसे उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप प्लीज़ ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस लेकर के इन सब चक्करों में ना पड़ें। Whatever that situation is, just try to counter it with your own energies. Saturn. Hmm. और अगले साल से आपको ऑलरेडी चीज़ें बेहतर होती हुई दिखेंगी, सुबीन। सो प्लीज़ ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस ना लें। आपका जुपिटर का भी प्लेसमेंट अच्छा है, सैटर्न एंड सन का भी प्लेसमेंट अच्छा है, एंड सिक्स्थ हाउस भी स्ट्रांग है। प्लस यू हैव मार्स एंड मर्करी सिटिंग इन योर फिफ्थ हाउस, जो आपके 11th को देख रहे हैं, तो इकोनॉमिकली भी आपको, फाइनेंशियली भी अच्छा ही रखेगा। डू नॉट वरी अबाउट इट सुबिन। मेरी रिकमेंडेशन है, आप प्लीज़ किसी भी पचड़े में ना पड़ें 50 चीज़ें पहनने के। मैं खुद भी काफ़ी सारी प्रॉब्लम्स एनकाउंटर करता हूँ, बट मैंने आपको प्रूफ दे दिया है। आई डोंट डू इट अदर देन रुद्राक्ष, एंड आई हैव नॉट टेकन शावर, सो रुद्राक्ष इज नॉट देयर, इट इज इन माई टेम्पल डाउनस्टेयर्स। बट अदर देन रुद्राक्ष आई अवॉइड थिंग्स, and yes, I'm a Shiv Bhakt, so Rudraksh is bound to happen, bound to come. So I hope that helps you, Subin. But yes, you were okay. I read your message. Enemies are not going away from 2014, and they are very strong. So, Subin, just go ahead and DM me. I will talk to you separately. Okay, DM me on Instagram or Facebook. And it's Deepavali today, tomorrow, so please do not get upset if I'm not able to reply immediately, because मुझे भी अपना घर क्लीन करना है। बट मैं आपसे बात करता हूँ, एंड आई जस्ट फिगर आउट वेयर द प्रॉब्लम इज। अंगूठी नग पहनना और इन सब से आप just have faith. I'll tell you a couple of mantras that you should go for. Okay? Yeah. All right. So the next question is heel versus baby face. Moon in the 12th house, 20 degree, along with Mangal, the same degree of Dhanu Lagna, and Moon aspected by Shani from 6th. How my Moon Mahadasha going to be? Heel versus Babyface. I recommend you to please watch my Moon Mahadasha video. I have broken down everything Antardasha by Antardasha for my audience. And Moon in 6, 8, 12 is not very happy positions of Moon. Plus, I mean, sitting with Mars is not an issue. The problem is that it is aspected by Saturn, and that too from the 6th house. So you will overcome your enemies in the long run, but you will have a lot of mental agony. Anyways, it doesn't. It's not just Moon Mahadasha, but overall, I think in in any of the Mahadashas, somewhere or the other, all throughout as a person, you are having something at the back of your mind that keeps bothering you. So that will continue to happen, and unfortunately, that's a challenge that you'll face lifelong. But I think you'll learn to tackle it. And I've touched some bit of this in my Moon Mahadasha video as well. I recommend you please go to my Mahadasha playlist, and that's the last Mahadasha that I had actually shot the video of, and I've brought it up, and I need to do rest of the Mahadasha videos too. So I just have been a little bit lazy in terms of not finding time. Actually, lazy is not the word. I've been slogging hard, but I've not had time to work on that. But please go ahead and check that out, and you will find the answers. That video captures everything. It is roughly about an hour long video, and it is helpful. And those of you who are joining in new, guys, welcome. Welcome to the live session. Wish you guys a very happy Deepavali again. And if you've not had a chance to check out the last video, which was posted like 4 or 5 hours back, 3 4 hours back maybe, it's on Sri Ram's chart. It's an interesting video. Please do find and check that out. And please smash on this like button right now as we are going through this discussion. I'll pick up the next question. It is from Mr. Leave Me Alone. Okay. So Leave Me Alone says 34, 34, 7, 3:20 a.m. The place of this party. Okay. So, sir, actually, the intent of this thing is to have one question answered, but since uh, that is something you're not asked, I'll just make two statements. You have Saturn sitting in your first house with Mars diagonally opposite to it in retrograde motion, sitting in an enemy sign. You would have had 100% situation of either delayed marriage or a lot of issues in terms of communication in your marriage, communication especially. Lot of problems, lot of fights, incompatibility in terms of understanding each other as husband and wife. And the second thing is your Jupiter is exalted, sitting in the fifth house. It is in the sign of uh, Cancer, and that is another. Rahu is also sitting there. Okay, and yes, yeah, definite. There are definitely situations in your family where lots of quarrels happen with your better half. Leave me alone, Mister. Uh, this reading is for you if you're listening, and you you either would have yourself acquired very good education, or your kids would be good with respect to studies, especially if you have a son, if you have a male child, very good in terms of education. And if or if not education, then at least the right brains to achieve that. That is 100% sure. Yeah. And a lot of disturbance at your home front in terms of arguments, not able to understand each other's perspective and things like that. So I hope, Mr. Leave Me Alone, uh, I have given you an accurate direction towards the question that you've asked, but you've not asked any questions. So I will respect the time of the other people who are facing problems and are trying to address something specific. So, um, Arun, that next question is from Arun Patak. And if I'm not wrong, Arun, you are the one who reached out to me directly for some question as well over DM, and I really appreciate you to finding time and joining this session here, because that's what we do. We try to help people directly. People have been talking about running a, online astrology course. So if some of you who are interested to join in, please do let me know, and I would be happy for you guys to participate and enroll. And I will give a link of the same in this chat later in the video. Just give me a minute. uh, 5 p.m. in the evening. Okay, I'm assuming that you've given an accurate time, because without that things are difficult. Okay, so Arun, your question, what is your question, Arun? You forgot to put a question. Okay, you mentioned a question at the bottom. I'm glad I at least checked it. So the question is, I'm an actor now living in Mumbai. Want to know about my acting career? So you want to know about your career and work? Okay, guys, please welcome Arun. He's a web actor, and he's looking forward to build his career in this space. Let's see. Sun, Jupiter, Mercury combination in the first house. Mercury is in the sign of Gemini and its own sign. So, unfortunately, it is combust. Fuck. Venus is sitting also in its own sign. Saturn is sitting in retrograde motion in the seventh house, sign of Sagittarius. It's a neutral position to be in. There are possibilities to see acting career through eighth house as well. Actually, it is a hidden thing, and Rahu is sitting there. No wonder you're trying to be an actor. Okay, and okay, so yes, I think you definitely have a possibility to pursue your career in acting. Um, it will take some time. The reason for that is, had your Mercury not been combust, right, I would have said that you have like a possibility of becoming a huge actor in very quickly. Because Mercury represents communication, and your communication is it's stunted, it is combust. So unfortunately, that's the problem. But the good things, first of all, let's talk about the good things. Moon is sitting in the third house, and it is sitting in a friendly sign of Sun, and Sun is the Lord sitting in the first house. Um, Sun is also a karaka for fame. Moon too gives fame. It's the second luminary that is responsible for it, and it is sitting in a good placement. So that's a very good thing. Sun is in a neutral position. Jupiter is hurt, because it's in the enemy sign, and Mercury, which is sitting in its own sign, it is combust. But it's the Lord of the 10th sitting in the first means the career choice will be picked up by you, and you are going to drive your destiny from that front, and there will be delay. Why? Because of Saturn. Saturn is sitting in retrograde. So you will eventually be able to build your career in this space, and you will live far away from your culture as well. Venus is sitting in the 12th in its own sign. You will accumulate wealth, but you'll have to do a lot of marketing, and you'll have to associate with people who do branding and stuff for you. I hope you are doing investment in terms of your photo shoots and physical fitness as well, because Mars is also sitting there. So I hope you are into gymming and doing that sort of activity, because action oriented or action depiction in your roles will be good for you. Okay, but you will take a lot of time to succeed. Success is, it's not until your 30s. Okay. um, and you said that you are 1990, so 33. Actually, next 2 3 years should actually get better for you. Let me check your Mahadasha as well. So you're starting with Rahu. Oh boy. Um, I think post 2026 things are going to get better. Rahu sitting in the eighth house, not a bad situation, because eighth house also gives fame. I know not many people will agree to this, but it does. Don't worry, it gives. And Rahu sitting there, so you are going to grow in your career. Just give some attention to physical fitness and either action oriented roles or bodybuilding. That is going to help you, Arun. I hope this answers helps you. Guys, please smash on that like button. There are so many people online right now, but there are just 11 likes. That's kind of not fair. uh, Abhinav Mahadevan, I think we already answered your question, right? Oh, we did. Okay. Maybe I'm confused from last time. Okay. So your question is 9 Jan 2001. 9th and 7:40 a.m. Born in Bangalore. So I've picked up Bangalore urban for you. It says Bangalore rural and Bangalore urban. So I've picked that up. What's your question? I have a small lymph node in my neck that hasn't gone even after medication. What does my health and longevity look like? So you have Sun aspecting your sixth house. Rahu and Moon are sitting there. And Rahu, when I say enemies, health is also considered as an enemy to the body, right? Sun is aspecting it. Don't worry, you will be able to overcome your health problems. That would not be an issue. You will be able to overcome, but your mind. See, I think it is more than your physical health, it is your mental health that you have to take care of. Your mind, your moon is afflicted by Rahu, okay, and Ketu, because it is sitting in that axis. So, Abhinav Mahadevan, I think you need to do a lot of meditation, chanting of some sort, because it is very badly affected. And so is your sun, because they are sitting in that axis. Both luminaries are in that axis. That is the problem. So please try and take certain measures with respect to that. Um, but you will recover. Don't worry. You will recover. Okay. And yeah, please get proper treatment. You will recover. Second, the second. Yeah, you will recover. Don't worry. Okay. Don't worry about things like longevity and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything looks good. Don't worry about it. And guys, don't ask about longevity and stuff to me because I've stopped reading that. I know how to read it, but I'll tell you why I avoid it. Few things are like a curse. When you know certain things, it helps you do better in terms of improving the possibilities of how you can grow as a person, how you can do better. But it also means that sometimes when you know few things, you also are aware of what bad can happen to you. And it is very unfortunate when you are in that situation, you start realizing that the people around you, your friends and family, you are able to see few things for them as well. So I think I talked about this in one of my previous lives as well, that I've personally stopped doing that because it hurt me emotionally very bad. 2 3 months back, I was mentally drained about discussing longevity because I don't feel good in that space, and hence I avoid it. I don't like to go in that direction. But my recommendation would be try and please think positive. And I think, at least, I'm not saying for the heck of saying it. You have Sun in the 12th house, diagonally opposite to it. It fixes your issues with respect to health. You would be good. Don't worry. So, thanks a lot, Muhammad Sabil. I really appreciate you spreading the word about the channel and talking about it. Lots of love and thank you to you. Thank you for spreading the word. I really appreciate that. Uh, Vanik. All right, Vanik, let's take your question. Vanik, I'm assuming you're a guy. Okay. 11/9/1994. 8/10. And Latour. So, what's your question, Vanik? Uh, okay, you want to know about your wife. And whosoever wants to know about their wives and have questions around that, do check out the latest video on Deepavali, where we've done a analysis of Sri Ram's birth chart. Not analysis, I would say it's celebrating his chart, and you would be surprised to see that you know how strongly it gives a feedback about one's chart and how much you can learn things by seeing somebody's chart just through that. So it's a very interesting observation that I had, and I was myself surprised while doing that reading. So do check that out. Since Vanik asked that question, I couldn't stop talking about it. Why? Because Vanik, your seventh house is the sign of Pisces. The lord of that is Jupiter, which is sitting with Venus in the second house along with Rahu. So that's a that's a very interesting thing. One thing is that good part is that Venus is sitting in its own sign, second to itself. Um, but what I can tell you is, broadly speaking, you will have a life partner who would be spiritually inclined, and your Mercury is exalted. Very nice. Your Mercury is exalted. You will have a partner which is spiritually inclined, and that person, your partner, will be very good with respect to communication and stuff. Like, she would talk nicely. Your question is whether or not she can have dual income. See, based on your chart, it looks tough. Okay, Based on your chart, it looks tough because additional income is what you see through your wife's job, and your 11th house doesn't promise that, at least. Hmm. Your chart doesn't promise it, but that doesn't mean that it is not going to be there. Because Venus is also sitting in the second house, which means that she will be able to help you with savings, with wealth creation. So it's not promised per se, but there is a possibility that she might start something of her own later. Or maybe if you have a horoscope that needs to be matched, better clarity can come through that. But she will definitely be a very spiritually inclined person, good with communication, good in terms of food and stuff, very good with that, very pretty looking lady. I can already anticipate that. So I hope that is helpful for you, Vanik, and you found what you sought. Please smash on that like button, guys, and I hope that is helpful. All right, so we have a question coming in from Sri Lanka. 128 1993. I already answered your question, Starbert, last time. I think I already answered your question. I remember you had the same question last time too. Maybe you keep on dropping and then you don't join back on time and then you repeat the question, but I'll take that again because I do not remember the answer, of course. 6:29 a.m. So your question is, you gave up your job in US research lab during Ketu Mahadasha. Ketu Mahadasha has just come to an end for you, and now planning to start medical school next year. Will this be a good career for me? Yes, and I told you as well because you're starting with Venus Mahadasha and you're starting with a new career in this space. So this Venus Mahadasha is going to last 20 years for you. You wanted to check medical school. Yes, I think if I remember correctly, I had talked about you. Venus is exalted along with Moon, and I think I had talked to you about practicing something in the field of surgery. If push comes to shove, I said that if that is what you want to continue, then in the field of medicine, try and see if you can become a surgeon. Um, and your Venus looks to be very great. It's really good, and you will make a lot of gains as well. Rahu is also well placed in 11th house. Yeah, yeah. So I told this to you last time as well, and I had recommended you pursuing something in the field of surgery, perhaps where you can operate and stuff, and that will be better for you. Even mind related, psychologist sort of profession in the field of medicine should also help, but I'm not sure how much of a scope do you have for the same in Sri Lanka. Um, Goldie, Arun, Abhishek, Abhinav, Raghu, happy Deepavali to everybody. Guys, happy Deepavali. Please smash on that like button, guys. Um, yeah, Vijay, you keep on changing this question in different tones and you keep on asking. So maybe this is the last time we'll pick up question on this front. 1988. 11. So I'm aspiring something really very big. Thank you for answers earlier. I'm still confused. Yeah, whatever big you're planning, see, you have moon in your seventh house. It's on its own sign. So if it is something very big with respect to profession, of course you will continue to have those thoughts. And your chart, I think last time also I told you, yeah, whatever big thing you're planning, please do not rush through it until mid of 2024. Don't do that. Let Venus come. Okay. And I told you last time also, please cross the Sandhi period. So Vijay Sasane, whatever big thing you are planning, if you rush through that big thing in Ketu Mahadasha's last Antardasha, yeah, it will screw up whatever big thing you're planning. If you do not have patience for one more year, then I'm not God. Of course, your hard work should deliver results, but you will diminish the possibilities. Just align with the stars. It's asking you to wait for 1 year. And I gave you the same response, I think last time too. Your Mars is in the third house. It's not in a bad state. You are a hard working, well driven person, Vijay. I have no doubts about it. You have a strong mind as well. Just wait for that 1 year duration. You have to cross that bridge. If you've not understood that, please go ahead and watch my Ketu Maha. And the problem is, guys, you're not watching the videos in full. A lot of you, I see in my analytics, you guys skip videos. You like you skip certain sections and you think that you are doing the right thing. It's not going to help you. So if you're not able to focus at that point in time, put the YouTube video while let's say you're driving towards work, so that while you're driving, at least you can listen to. I don't have a very handsome face, so you don't need to sit and watch me, but listen to the points that I'm making because those are relevant things for you. So Vijay, spend time, because what happens is when you make a choice of skipping those 30 seconds, 40 seconds and jumping into some other part of the video, you eliminate the possibility of you listening to something that was relevant for you. Please watch especially the last two phases of Ketu Mahadasha relevant for you, and then the first half of Venus Mahadasha. It will give you complete clarity of the question also that you're asking and why I'm telling you to wait for 1 year. I've answered it there. And I'll not answer in live, doesn't make any sense. So with that, I'll pick up the next question. I hope this is helpful, guys. Smash on that like button. And as a matter of fact, I'll just quickly, you know, I'll just quickly give a link of the form that I was referring to, so that if you guys are interested in that, you can check that out. Just hold on a second, please. I'll just find that form for you. Yeah, I'll just find that form for you. Uh, yes, I did find it. Okay, awesome. So, guys, I'm just putting this in the chat for your reference. If you guys are interested to please participate, kindly do. It's there for your reference. Okay. I've just attached that link for your reference. अरे हाँ यार 80 डाला है विजय ससा ने 80 डाला है 98 नहीं डाला है डोंट वरी when I say when you hear 98 it's because I am saying 1988 so don't worry I've put it 88 only. Okay, and I've done, listen to the reading, yeah. When I'm telling you a reading, I'm telling you the details as well. And you've made some more comments. Yeah, if you're doing that big, you should be spending time to. I can't answer so many questions in a live one question chat. Okay, Universal Blaze says hello, and Universal Blaze has missed his question. Um, Khemraj Persod, 9th of May 1964, Georgetown. Thank you. What is your question, Khemraj? There is no question. So, Khemraj Persod, I know you've given your uh, date of birth, place of birth, time of birth, South America. Thank you. But if you're anticipating a complete reading of your chart, that's not going to be happening, man. You have to give me the question, what exactly you're concerned about, and then I answer that. So that is it. Tanvi, happy Deepavali, Tanvi. Wish you too. Kanak Shah. Mm, what type of spouse will I get? Yeah, I don't know about the type, uh, but I'll just look into your chart. 6th of July 2005. 2:35 p.m. यानी कि 14:35 and place of birth is Mumbai. Okay. Hmm. So Kanak, you are going to get a spouse who will lose her temper very easily. Okay. She will lose her temper very easily, and she would have tendencies of getting angry. She's not a bad person. Okay. She'll not be a bad person, but very high on temper. Very, very, very high on temper, and you have to be the one who has to play the role of, if things go out of proportion, you have to be the one who has to control, because she might have tendencies of blowing things out of proportion. Hmm. And how's your career going? How are you doing in your studies? Focus on your career, you'll be able to do well. Sorry, I got distracted, but that is more important, more important than spouse. Focus on your career, you'll be able to do well if you study hard. Saturn is there, so you need to study hard. Okay. But if you study hard, outcomes will be nice for you, Kanak. Okay. Starbird says, Happy Diwali to you and your loved ones. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Happy Diwali to you and your family as well. Oh boy. Ragu's question is Dara. Somebody is talking about Dara Karka today. Okay. Okay, Ragu. 11/6/1989. 6:39 Chennai. So your question is when? Okay, how? Your question is not when. How? Okay. And Acha, Mars is your this thing. So it's sitting in Cancer. So it is in debilitation as well. Acha, debilitation in both Navamsa, and that is what you're referring to, is it? Oh, you've already written it is debilitated in your main chart in Navamsa. Oh boy. Oh boy. 8,000. Okay. Got it. Now I understand your concern. Your Rahu is in a strong this thing, but it is in the ninth house. Plus Saturn is in retrograde sitting in your seventh. See, one thing is, a lot of people do have issues with Saturn sitting in the seventh. Saturn gives a lot of delay. Okay. And I know in my own family also, I've seen people who have Saturn in the seventh house. It gives tremendous amount of delays. in getting married, and you are running your Rahu Dasha. So, Saturn is about to get over, and then you will have your Mercury coming in. Actually, Saturn should give you marriage very soon, Raghu. It should give you marriage very soon, hopefully. But how would your married life be? There will be some issues, boss. One, there will be delay. Mm, Second thing is you need to control your anger and your this thing and your frustration. And because I think you are already able to read a lot about your Navamsa as well. So you know what is happening with your Dara Karka sitting in the 8th house, right? And it is aspecting your second. That's another issue. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Same will be the situation with from a kid's friend as well, right? अरे बाप रे बाप. 2, 3, 4, 5. You are you good looking? I think you must be. Or you are a very sweet talker. You must be good with your communication. नहीं यार, lot of communications 12 to itself. Uh, See, there will be certain issues with respect to marriage, but I think that you will portray a lot of love to the other half, which is a good thing. And Lord of seventh is also one, two, three, four, five, six, the sixth side. So your wife could have certain issues with respect to her health. Okay, she will recuperate because sun will help her out, and it's sitting in the Venus, but she will still have health issues. Be rest assured about that. And yes, delay is there in your marriage, but I think it should be promised in the later part of. And you can get married in Rahu Mahadasha. I get worried about Ketu Mahadasha, but Rahu Mahadasha you can get married. That's okay. In the second half of 2024, things should look better for you. Um, so please check out communication in marriage and temper issues. Okay, that's all I'll say. I don't think it's much of a trouble. I know it's been long. You've been waiting patiently, Ragu, but things are promised in your chart. Don't worry about that. They are promised. And also remember, Lord of Ninth is sitting in the seventh house. So your luck is going to shine when she comes in your life. That's going to happen. Okay. Next question is Nitu. Nitu ji says that this question is about my son. 19/8/2006. Okay, Nitu ji, I'll put your name, but I will keep it as male. 19/8/2006. 8:15 a.m. Shahjahanpur, UP. And what's your question? Career. So नीतू जी, आपका बच्चा बहुत पैसे कमाएगा. ये उसके चार्ट में दिख रहा है, और वो बहुत पैसे उड़ाएगा भी. ठीक है. ही इज गोइंग टू मेक अ लॉट ऑफ मनी, बट ही इज गोइंग टू स्पेंड अ लॉट ऑफ मनी एज वेल. And you asked me about his career from a computer science perspective. There is a high chance your son will go and settle abroad. Very high chances. Very, very high chances. And he will go abroad because of his work front itself. Uh, that is also going to happen. And I'll tell you, I think do not get him married between to 2028 and 2029. That's not a good period, but apart from that, he's a soft speaker. He's kind hearted, but just check out the placements with the right girl in his marriage chart. There will be some problem there, but he will do well. He will earn good money. It will come after a certain period of time, but he will earn good money. Okay. After the age of 31, he will do very well. After the age of 31. Okay, very well. And check out for his marriage. He definitely needs help there. That is an issue. Okay. Tanvi. Hi, Tanvi. How are you doing? So, Tanvi is female and her question is 12/8/2000. 12/8/2000. 7:10 a.m. Shahjahanpur. क्या बात है? Is it like the same family? All of you sitting together and watching the channel, is it? I am connected with Shahjahanpur, guys, if you don't know. Uh, so I know the city very well. Tell about marriage. Will it be arranged or love? And good timing for it. You're 23 years old, Tanvi. You want to get married so soon? Saturn is the lord of seventh. It is sitting in a friendly sign of Taurus. It is sitting with Jupiter. Jupiter is in the enemy sign there. Are you not thinking anything about your career? Or your moon is afflicted, is it? Do not go for love marriage. Or if you go for it, lots of heartbreak and stuff. Have you watched my Moon Mahadasha video or not, Tanvi? If you've not, please watch it. Your moon is afflicted in the Rahu Ketu axis, unfortunately. Um, High chances you might get settled and married abroad with someone outside of India or your birthplace or a culture and things like that. So there is a very high chance uh, that would happen. Uh, my recommendation is not to go for love marriage kind of a situation. It is a possibility. Yes, your mind might be driven towards that, but ideally don't go for it. And please do get, even if you want to go for it, then at least get your father on board. Okay, have your father on board. That is very very important. Else, na, beta, there is mental trouble because of it. So just take a note of that, guys. Please smash on that like button. I see very few likes now. Suddenly the likes have stopped. So yeah, Tanvi, that is the thing. And I think you asked the timing bit. Timing bit, I already told you. Hmm. 2026 is a good period. 2026 to till 2027 is a good period. Check that out. That period should be very good. 2026 specifically. More than that, I will have to do deeper analysis. But yeah, 2026 should be a good period. You should check that out. If not 2026, then 2030. But 2026 sounds good. Okay. Gaurav, you want to become MLA or profit from politics? 22nd March. Okay. Let's check your chart, Gaurav. And let's see what's in store for you. 22nd March 1988. 15 a.m. Jaipur. You should actually be running in a period. You are running Rahu Moon. So definitely, yes, you have, you have politics promised in your chart. There's no doubt about it. But you can be one of those people who can be a kingmaker. You will not be a king yourself. Yeah. So if you try to come in front and try to gain fame in front of the public, and you think that you are the one who's going to drive everything, you will get okay success. But if you actually play politics and you try to be a kingmaker, that's where you will succeed. That's all I can tell you. And you will be financially okay. And like, don't worry too much from a financial standpoint. Yeah, if you try to make money under the table, it will never give you success, because sun is the one which is controlling your finance from that perspective, and it will not let you. It will in fact bring demotion. So your success is going to be hidden. You have to hide and succeed. That's the only way for you to succeed. And it will not be with you coming in the forefront and trying to do things by yourself. You will have to be the kingmaker to make somebody else the king and do the grunt work, and then that's how you will grow in politics. You don't have fame directly for you. Okay, Gaurav, I hope you don't dislike my answer. Please click on that like button, guys. I see very less likes coming in, and I have last few questions that I see. There is a thank you note coming in from a couple of you folks. Arun, you missed your chance. You already gave me the details, and now you're saying your birth detail is a problem. I cannot do double reading. I'm sorry. I will be taking up the last few questions now. The last question is from Universal Blaze. So that is the last question that I will take. Post which any new postings I will not be picking up. So let's go ahead and check the questions that have come so far. Um, Gaurav's question I've answered. Hanish Chauhan says, so he doesn't want to be famous. He wants a famous spouse. That's interesting. This is a I like this kind of a question because it's new for me. 1990. You don't want to be famous. You want a famous spouse. 2105. Shimla. Okay. So first of all, you will have most probably you will have a love marriage. Hanish Chauhan. Most probably you'll have a love marriage. Okay. And study well. If you study well, you'll do well in your own career, Hanish. So I definitely see a love marriage for you, and I definitely see a lot of arguments in your marriage. Yes, lots of arguments in your marriage, and Your your spouse is, you will have nice peaceful space and house here. Very nice peaceful space, Hanish. Very nice. From a fourth house, your Jupiter is exalted. You will create good assets. You will do professionally well. You will create good assets, and uh, your spouse is going to keep a good environment at home. That is definitely going to be there. Fame ka nahi pata mujhe. I have to see her chart. I cannot predict from your chart, but you will have a love marriage. Very high chances of you having a love marriage, and you will do well in career. Don't worry. It's going to shine after a certain period in time, but and you'll gain, you'll grow a lot after your marriage. That is also going to happen. So Hanish, I hope you like that response. Please click on that like button. um Nathan, hi Dave, thank you for doing this activity. My job is in IT, is stagnant. What does my chart tell about my career, and when will I get a good job opportunity? Okay. Okay, Nathan, so we'll check your chart quickly. Those of you who are joining now, I have already given a deadline of stopping with the last question. Oh, Universe Blazed has pulled out her question. Uh, okay. So Nathan ka date of birth is 3rd May 1978. 3rd May 1978. And then 2:55 a.m. 2:55 a.m. And what is the place? Ragu, okay. Ragu, Tamil Nadu. Got it. So your question is that you're stuck in your career right now. Moon is also afflicted for you, by the way, through Saturn. Venus is in a good position. It's in Taurus and it's getting directional strength as well. Um, so let's quickly check. Boss, you're running through Ketu Mahadasha. That's why you were troubled. And it is very clearly saying as well that you would have had some issue in 2022, Nathan. Some problem would have come during that period of time. Since then, nothing is going right for you. Let's see your position. Moon is in the first house, so you will continue to have mental troubles, but at least you will try and fight till June. You will try and get some energy. Mars बचा सकता है कि नहीं? Mars is also debilitated. Jupiter is an enemy sign. Saturn is also sitting in enemy sign. So, boss, you had some issue. Did you lose your job or something, or did you have some trouble, Nathan, coming your way? Um, um, you have to lie low. Just keep on doing whatever you are doing right now. It is not going to be a great period from a career perspective, unfortunately, Nathan, until 2028. Please watch my Ketu Mahadasha video. Do not try anything funny. Job changes, job rush during this period might not be also a great choice. And even if you make a job change, please like consult with 3 people in your family, 5 people in your family. You do thinking twice, thrice, as many times as you can, because I know you are mentally troubled. Your moon is afflicted. To make it worse, you are running Ketu moon dasha also. Yeah, Ketu moon is going on for you, so I think you need to. You just need some patience, Nathan. There is no other answer to this. Start doing puja of Sri Ganesh and Shivji, both. Visit the temple. You have tough 4 more years to go. So that's all I can say. Arun's question I've already answered. Um, Nishit Teli says that he wants to get remarried. 13 March 1985. And guys, if anybody is telling you any tips and tricks that do this, do that, and things are going to get fixed, they are just trying to extract money. Do not spend your money in that BS, please. Please click on that like button. I want you guys to appreciate the effort that is being going on here. Kindly click on that like button, guys. I see just 15 likes today. Maybe if my energy is low, your energy is low too, is it? That's not fair. Okay, Nishit, job change or remarriage? Uh, Venus Dasha is going on for you. Venus, you're running Venus Mercury. Venus is exalted for you. I think I answered you before as well. I remember seeing this chart. Your Jupiter is debilitated. That's another problem. Yeah, and I remember telling you Jupiter has an exchange with Saturn. Saturn is sitting in the 11th house. I think you did not watch the last video I gave the prediction. This is kind of unfair, Nishit. You ask the same question in two lives and you don't stay in the live session. You guys just put the message and drop off and you think "Ki, I'll come back whenever this guy finishes off with the rest of the that's not it's not going to help you. You have to spend some time, guys. You want everything free and then you want the answer immediately as well, and then you don't even watch what content has been put and you make me redo stuff. So I will answer one question today so that you go back and watch the previous video and understand where I answered your question. Okay. uh, job change should happen post July of 2024. Don't try before that. Post July of 2024, your job change will be there. And remarriage, I already told you in the last video. I remember your chart and you don't. So, anyways, Sakshi 31 3 1998. But now, come again, Sakshi. I answered this question as well. Same situation like Nishit. And this is something that I think, if I remember correctly, if the person is not same, then I think I answered it. 1:46 a.m. पटना सुना सुना सा लग रहा है. I answered this question. Anyways, it is completely dependent on your efforts. I know anybody can say that, but see, sun gives full possibility of you being able to do it. Mars is actually combust for you. That is the only problem. But both of them are sitting in a friendly sign and they're sitting in the third house. So it's all about hard work. I think you definitely stand a chance of doing that. So you should be able to. It's a positive sign. But if you drop in your efforts, things could become tough. But yes, you stand a chance, Sakshi. You will be able to. Uh, I think what's happening. Did I not say that these questions are the last ones? Okay, there are a few more questions. Let me answer that. Sonam Kiran, I'm suffering a lot in your Ketu period. Oh my God, Sonam. Okay, but just not Hasi. 1837. Bhagalpur, Uttar Pradesh or Bihar? Bihar. Okay. You have Ketu Mahadasha running until 2028. Your Venus is in a very good position. It is sitting in your fourth house. It's in a very good position, Sonam. Your Venus Mahadasha will be good. I can tell you right now. And your moon is ninth to itself, to its own house, sitting in the 12th house. It is sitting with Mars. Don't worry about it. Mars doesn't create much problem. You will have an excellent Venus Mahadasha, Sonam. And to learn more about the Mahadasha, check out both Ketu Mahadasha and Venus Mahadasha video. It is going to give you a lot of clarity in terms of how that period is going to be. So you will have an excellent period from that perspective. You would, I think, you will like that. So Arun, I've already answered. Pariti Kohli. Don't call me sir, Pariniti. I'm younger than you. So, 4, 5, 10:41 a.m. So, yeah, I cannot be answering multiple questions, but your Lord of Fourth is sitting in the first house, which is Saturn. Um, Jupiter is debilitated, but it is in retrograde, sitting with Moon. Um, you are running through Jupiter and the Mahadasha. Okay. And ideally, this was the best period. You should buy a house ideally in this period itself. Jupiter, Saturn. Are you waiting for the interest rates to come down or what? Um, I know interest rates are very high. I was also looking to buy a second house, but I've been holding off because of that. But this was a good period, yeah. If not right now, then don't do it in don't do it in post 2026. But Mercury, yeah, actually, you have a very good, like, best period is till Jan of 2024. You'll get a very good deal if you do that. And Saturn is 0 degree. Oh boy, Saturn is 0 degrees for you, is it? In the enemy sign, इसीलिए नहीं बन रहा है. ओहो. Mercury is exalted, but it is combust. Yeah, I if you're not able to do right now, then My recommendation to you would be do it in the second half of 2027. I think that's a good possibility for you. Second half of 2027 should give you the right chance to buy a home if you're not able to do until Jan, because you are running a good period right now to buy a house. But that's the only turbulent time, which is where I'm saying just there would be delays. Vijay Sasane. Arey yaar, Vijay, if you already know all these things and you are asking five questions in the same chat and then you are asking me what is this thing called, then boss, I'm not here to prove any point to you. If you know the answers and you are testing things, and if you're not testing things and you're actually looking forward to educate yourself, then please, I've launched my course. I've said that please join and participate. You're not interested in that as well. You are making so many grand things and you're not ready to spend time and effort in learning astrology through that medium, then what do I say here? What is the relation between 6 8 12? Why, dude, come on, it's a snapshot reading session. I cannot be doing complete analysis. And if these are the kind of things that we will be doing in the course, I keep on telling in the last session as well, and then you guys don't listen. I think, yeah, some people feel that extract as much as possible of somebody. क्या बोलूं मैं? I'll not say much. Kemraj Prasadji, now you're asking the second part of your question. You provided your details earlier in the chat. I know that, but it's very hard for me to scroll back up and find details. You have to put in your question and your details in the same place. Abhishek CK, I did not miss you. I answered your question if you've put that earlier. Let me see. Yeah, Abhishek CK, your message got retracted. It says message retracted. So maybe some language and guys, some of you keep saying that mine please, you've deleted my question. Then I don't delete it. YouTube retracts if something is wrong. I don't. And you've already written that you deleted and retracted by mistake. So guys, come on. I already said my last question would be uh, from another lady, Universal Blaze, who had retracted. But since she is pulled out, this is the last question I'm taking, and that is for Abhishek. Uh, Hopefully that solves the issue, Abhishek. You waited for this long. I don't want you to be disappointed. I'm disappointed with a few followers here who, like, I don't know what people are thinking, but शायद ऐसा ही होता होगा. Maybe I don't know. 6:15 a.m. Okay, how your marriage is going to be? The marriage has an issue. The Lord of your seventh house is 12th to itself. And your Navamsa also shows some challenges with respect to your married, your family life, so to speak. I think you need to check on the arguments at your end. I think you need to check on in your end. And yes, you might be settled abroad. That's very high possibility, which you're calling out as well. Your 12th house reflects that, Abhishek. So you might be settled abroad outside of India. But good thing is at least Jupiter is trying to save it through the retrograde motion. But are you at a point where you're reaching divorce? Are you at a point where divorce is being discussed? See, the only good sign is that Jupiter is in retrograde. It can try and save, but I see some problems and I see issues with you. I see you being argumentative or full of ego. Very high chances you are full of ego, and your Venus is debilitated. And your Venus is debilitated in the 12th house. You will get what I'll say. There are some issues with you. You've done certain things that you know what I mean. So somehow try and save things until 2025. If you're able to do that, then there is a chance that you will be able to have a much better married life, actually. Things were crazy bad till April of 2023, if I'm not wrong, for you. Very, very bad for you. Um, Maybe you are trying to do things. How? What is it? Do you have kids? What is the situation of your kids? Okay, I think no response from your end. I know what I'm saying. So my recommendation to you is try and have a dialogue. Maybe her chart represents something, but your chart is definitely afflicted. Your Navamsa is also afflicted big time, and the way out is actually way out for you is Shiv Bhakti again, Jupiter, or do chanting of Vishnu Sahasranam. Do chanting of Vishnu Sahasranam if you want to save, make things better in your marriage. Start doing that. That'll help you. Okay. That is the only possibility I see because there are few issues that you are struggling with. So, with that, I think we've handled all the questions that were pasted. Thank you, Starbird, for your feedback. I think we've taken up all the questions. I hope you and your families are very happy Deepavali as well. Again, please have great time. I think there are no more questions left for today. Most of the people have already logged out, and I'll hopefully see you guys next week. And I might change the timings around because it's getting a little too difficult for me to start very early in the mornings and then run these sessions. So let me just check out the analytics and figure out what is the best time to run this. Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Shri Ram. Please check out my latest video on Shri Ram. I hope you would like it, and see you soon next week. Thank you. Bye bye.